The moment people hear the words haunted prison, they imagine ghosts, chains moving by themselves, shadow figures in dark hallways, whispers coming from empty cells. That's what we expected too. But Blackstone Penitentiary was different, because Blackstone wasn't haunted by dead prisoners. Blackstone was alive, and the thing living inside cell block 9 was learning how to become human. Even now, months after escaping that place, I still can't sleep normally. Every night, at exactly 1:09 a.m., I wake up hearing metal doors slam somewhere inside my apartment. Sometimes I hear prisoners whispering from empty rooms. Sometimes I hear Tyler screaming. And sometimes I hear the voice from beneath cell block 9. The same voice that followed us out of Blackstone. The same voice that whispered my name in the dark. The same voice that said, "You brought it back with you." But none of us understood any of that the night we arrived at the prison. Back then, we still thought this was just another YouTube investigation, another creepy location, another viral video, another fake ghost story people exaggerated online. That illusion died the moment we entered Blackstone, because prisons remember suffering, and Blackstone remembered everything. The prison sat deep inside the forests of West Virginia, nearly 30 miles away from the nearest town. No streetlights, no nearby houses, no self-service, just endless mountains covered in black trees, stretching forever beneath storm clouds. Locals refused to drive near the prison after sunset, not because of superstition, because people disappeared there. Not every year, not every month, randomly. Hunters, urban explorers, even police officers. Most vanishing connected to the same place inside Blackstone. Cell Block 9, the oldest section of the prison, the part buried underground beneath the main facility where sunlight never reached. Official prison records described it as an isolation wing for violent inmates. But former guards used another name entirely, the feeding block. Nobody knew where the nickname started, but every guard inside Blackstone knew the stories. Prisoners sent to cell block 9 eventually changed. Some stopped sleeping completely. Others claimed something beneath the prison talked to them at night through the walls. At first, prison officials blamed mental illness, until guards started hearing the voices too. Then things got worse. Inmates began carving messages into their own skin. "Do not answer it. He is under the floor. It knows your name." Doctors called it mass hysteria. Until October 1993, the night 11 prisoners disappeared from locked cells. That was the event that destroyed Blackstone forever. Storms knocked out power around 1:13 a.m. Backup generators activated instantly across the prison, except for cell block 9. For 2 hours, that entire underground section remained completely dark. No lights, no cameras, no communication. When guards finally entered the block at sunrise, every prisoner was gone. Not escaped. Gone. Cells still locked from the outside. Steel bars untouched. No tunnels. No broken concrete. No signs of escape. But the inmates vanished anyway, along with 3 guards and a prison doctor. The only thing left behind was blood. Blood covering walls. Blood smeared across floors. Blood soaked into ceilings. And carved into the concrete over and over again. The same sentence appeared hundreds of times. It wears people. After that night, Blackstone Penitentiary changed permanently. Guards reported hearing voices in empty hallways. Cell doors opened by themselves. Prisoners screamed that somebody stood outside their cells at night wearing stolen faces. Then the disappearances spread. Maintenance workers vanished underground. Security staff disappeared during night shifts. One prison nurse reportedly clawed her own eyes out screaming, "Don't let it look at you." By 1994, the government shut Blackstone down permanently, at least officially. But according to local rumors, the prison never became empty. People still heard sirens echoing through the mountains after midnight. Lights appeared inside abandoned towers. And if anyone entered Blackstone after dark, they often returned talking about voices beneath the prison. Voices pretending to be dead family members. Voices begging for help. Voices trying to lure people underground. That's why locals avoided the place completely. But Tyler didn't care about any of that, because Tyler only saw views. The first time he discovered Blackstone online, he immediately became obsessed. It's perfect. Marcus laughed while scrolling through old prison photos. This place looks evil. Lisa stayed silent, which worried me. Lisa normally joked during investigations, but after researching Blackstone, she looked genuinely afraid. 3 nights before the trip, we gathered inside Tyler's apartment, reviewing old prison reports online. Rain hammered the windows outside, while thunder rolled across the city. Tyler sat excitedly editing thumbnail ideas already. Marcus searched for entrance routes into the prison. Lisa kept reading old prison records silently. Then suddenly, she froze. Marcus noticed first. What? Lisa slowly turned the laptop toward us. An old prison blueprint filled the screen. Cell Block 9 appeared beneath the main structure underground. But something looked wrong. Marcus frowned. What am I looking at? Lisa zoomed farther downward beneath the prison block. And that's when we saw it. Another level. Hidden beneath Cell Block 9. Massive underground tunnels never mentioned in official records. Tyler leaned closer immediately. What the hell is that? Lisa opened another document beside the blueprint. Most of the page was blacked out. Government clearance markings covered nearly everything, but one sentence remained visible. Subterranean research facility. Marcus laughed nervously. Research facility under a prison? Lisa whispered softly. It wasn't built with the prison. The room went quiet. Then she opened another file. A prison medical report from 1989. The document described inmates hearing voices beneath their cells late at night. At first, doctors blamed stress and isolation, until guards started hearing the same voices too. Then the report included something worse. Several prisoners claimed the voices knew personal information nobody else could possibly know. Family names, private memories, childhood events. One inmate claimed the voice sounded exactly like his dead wife. Another swore something below the prison copied guard voices perfectly. Then Lisa quietly read the final sentence aloud. Subjects exposed to lower-level audio contamination reported compulsive attraction towards Cell Block 9. Nobody spoke after that. Tyler finally broke the silence. So, Marcus looked at him. So what? Tyler grinned nervously. This is our biggest video ever. Lisa immediately shook her head. No. Tyler frowned. No what? We shouldn't go. Marcus stared at her in surprise. Lisa never backed out of investigations. Ever. Even abandoned hospitals never scared her. But Blackstone clearly terrified her. Tyler laughed awkwardly. You really think there's something alive under the prison? Lisa looked directly at him. No. Then her voice dropped lower. I think there was. Silence filled the apartment. Then she added something even worse. And I think it escaped. Nobody slept much after that conversation. But curiosity always wins. Especially online. Especially when fear becomes entertainment. 3 days later, we loaded cameras into Marcus's truck and drove toward West Virginia. At first, everything felt normal. Gas stations, traffic, music playing through speakers. Then slowly, the world changed. Cities disappeared behind us. Roads narrowed. Mountains rose around the highway. By sunset, dense forests surrounded both sides of the road endlessly. Massive black trees stretching across the mountains like walls. Then the storm began. Rain hammered the truck hard enough to shake the windows. Thunder rolled across the mountains constantly. Marcus gripped the steering wheel tighter. This road sucks. Tyler filmed lightning through the passenger window, excitedly. Perfect atmosphere. Lisa stayed unusually quiet in the back seat. She spent most of the drive rereading prison reports on her phone. Then suddenly, the truck radio shut off by itself. Complete silence filled the vehicle. Marcus frowned. What happened? He tapped the dashboard twice. Nothing. Static crackled briefly through the speakers. Then silence again. Tyler checked his phone. No signal anymore. Lisa immediately looked up. What mile marker are we near? Marcus glanced outside. 2:12. Lisa's face changed instantly. What? She stared toward the dark road ahead. Most disappearances connected to Blackstone happened near Route 212. Marcus forced a laugh. That's comforting. Then lightning flashed outside, and something appeared beside the road. A man, standing motionless in the rain. Orange prison uniform, head lowered unnaturally far. Marcus slowed automatically. What the hell? The figure slowly lifted his face toward us. White eyes, no pupils. Then he smiled. Tyler whispered, "Keep driving." Marcus hit the gas instantly. The truck sped past the figure. But through the side mirror, I saw something that made my stomach drop. The prisoner never moved. Not once. He simply stood there smiling while watching the truck disappear into darkness. Then the truck radio exploded alive. Static screamed through the speakers. Marcus cursed loudly. What the hell? A voice whispered weakly beneath the static. Turn back. Tyler's face went pale. Did you hear that? The voice came again. Closer this time. Don't let it see you. Lisa whispered softly. Oh no. Then screaming erupted through the radio. Dozens of voices screaming together. Marcus nearly lost control of the truck. And then, through the rain ahead, we finally saw Blackstone Penitentiary. And the moment the prison appeared through the storm, every bad feeling became real. Blackstone Penitentiary looked less like a prison and more like something built to keep the world away from whatever was inside it. Massive concrete walls rose above the forest like a fortress from another century. Guard towers disappeared into heavy storm clouds overhead. Rust-covered floodlights hung crooked from broken poles. And despite being abandoned for decades, lights still glowed inside certain windows. Dim yellow lights moving slowly through upper corridors. Marcus slowed the truck automatically. Nobody asked him to. The closer we got to the prison, the heavier the atmosphere became. Even breathing felt strange, like the air around Blackstone carried pressure inside it. Tyler kept filming through the windshield while rain streaked across the glass. This place is unreal. Lightning exploded across the sky overhead, and for one horrifying second, we saw a figure standing behind the outer fence. At least 30 prisoners. Motionless silhouettes wearing old orange uniforms, watching us arrive through the storm. Then darkness swallowed them again. Marcus whispered, "You guys saw that too, right?" Nobody answered, because we all saw them. Tyler slowly zoomed the camera toward the fence again. Nothing there now. Only rain pouring through broken chain-link barriers. Marcus drove farther into the prison yard carefully. The front gate stood partially open already. Heavy chains swinging slowly in the wind, and spray painted across the concrete wall beside the entrance in giant red letters. Someone had written, "He is still below cell block 9. Lisa whispered softly, "We need to leave." Tyler tried laughing nervously. Too late now. Then deep inside the prison, a siren suddenly screamed alive. Vroom. The sound echoed to the mountains like something waking underground. Marcus slammed the brakes immediately. Rain hammered the truck roof while the siren continued blaring through the darkness. And then, metal prison doors started slamming shut somewhere inside Blackstone. Clang, 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 one after another, like somebody was locking down the prison. Tyler whispered, "That's not wind." Nobody answered, because everybody knew he was right. Then suddenly, the truck headlights flickered once, twice, and died completely. Darkness swallowed us instantly. Marcus cursed loudly. No, no, no. The engine still ran, but every electronic system inside the truck shut off completely. Dashboard dead, radio dead, headlights dead. Nothing worked anymore. Then something tapped softly against Tyler's passenger window. Tap. Everybody froze instantly. Another tap came. Tap. Slow. Patient. Tyler turned toward the glass carefully and nearly screamed. A prisoner stood inches from the window, orange uniform soaked by rain, skin pale gray beneath flickering lightning, eyes completely white, no pupils, no emotion, just white eyes staring directly inside the truck. Marcus whispered, "Oh my God!" The prisoner smiled slowly, not normal smiling. His mouth stretched too wide. Too far. Then he raised one finger toward the prison behind him, like he wanted us to follow. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. Then the prisoner whispered something softly. But somehow, despite the storm, we heard every word clearly. He knows you're here now. Tyler's voice cracked. Who? The prisoner's smile widened unnaturally farther. Then the truck radio exploded alive again. Static screamed through the speakers loud enough to shake the dashboard, and beneath the static, dozens of voices shouted together. Run! The prisoner outside vanished instantly, gone, like he was never there. Marcus slammed the truck into drive immediately. The tires spun through mud while the vehicle lurched deeper into the prison yard. Nobody spoke for several seconds. Then Tyler whispered, "That thing wasn't human." Lightning illuminated the prison again. This time, we saw movement in almost every window. Shadows pacing behind bars. Faces disappearing from broken glass. Tall figures standing motionless in upper corridors. The prison looked occupied, not abandoned. Occupied. Marcus parked near the main entrance reluctantly. Nobody rushed to leave the truck anymore. The building towered above us, impossibly large now. Dark concrete stained by decades of rain and decay. Massive steel doors stood partially open already. Waiting. Lisa stared toward the entrance silently. Then she whispered something barely audible. "It feels awake." Marcus frowned. "What?" Lisa slowly shook her head. "I don't know." Then another prison siren suddenly screamed somewhere deep underground. Broom. The ground vibrated lightly beneath our feet. Tyler whispered, "That came from below us." Then chains started rattling somewhere inside the prison. Long metallic dragging sounds echoing through dark hallways beyond the entrance. Clang. Scrape. Clang. Marcus grabbed a flashlight from the dashboard. "We go in, shoot for 30 minutes, then leave." Tyler nodded immediately. "Deal." Lisa didn't answer. She kept staring toward the upper prison windows, because now some of the figures inside were moving closer, watching us. The moment we stepped out of the truck, the smell hit us. Wet concrete, rust, mold, and something else beneath it. Something metallic, like old blood soaked into stone. Tyler filmed the front entrance carefully while rain dripped from broken rooftops above. This place is insane. The giant prison doors creaked softly in the wind. Beyond them, darkness stretched endlessly through the prison corridors. Marcus pointed his flashlight downward suddenly. "Guys!" Fresh footprints covered the mud leading inside. Bare human footprints. But something about them looked wrong. The prints were too long, almost stretched unnaturally. Lisa crouched beside one carefully. Then her expression changed immediately. "These are fresh." Marcus frowned. "That's impossible." No rainwater filled the prints yet, meaning whoever made them entered only minutes earlier. Tyler swallowed hard. "We're not alone here." Then a voice whispered softly from inside the prison. "Tyler." Everybody froze. The voice sounded exactly like Tyler's older brother Adam. And Adam died 2 years earlier in a car accident. Tyler's face lost all color instantly. Marcus grabbed his shoulder hard. "That wasn't real." The voice came again. "Closer now. Help me." Lisa backed away from the entrance immediately. "Don't answer it." The prison doors slowly creaked open wider by themselves. Darkness waited beyond them. Then we heard chains moving again, dragging slowly across concrete floors deeper inside. Clang. Scrape. Clang. Marcus whispered, "We should leave." Tyler stepped inside anyway. And that single decision changed everything. The prison interior felt freezing immediately. Our breath turned visible. Flashlight beams barely cut through darkness ahead. Long prison corridors stretched endlessly beneath rust-covered walkways overhead. Broken security cameras hung from ceilings like dead insects. Water dripped steadily somewhere deep inside the structure. The deeper we walked, the quieter the world became. Even our footsteps sounded wrong somehow. Muted, like the prison absorbed sound itself. Tyler filmed slowly while whispering into the camera. Blackstone Penitentiary, West Virginia. Closed since 1994 after multiple inmate disappearances connected to cell block 9. Then something moved above us. Fast. Marcus swung the flashlight upward instantly. Nothing there, but one upper cell door slowly creaked shut by itself. Clang. Lisa whispered, "We're being watched." Then came the whispering. Soft voices drifting through nearby cells around us. Too quiet to understand clearly. At first it sounded random. Then slowly, we realized the voices were repeating our own conversations from earlier inside the truck. Perfectly. Turn back. We shouldn't have come here. Keep driving. Marcus stopped walking immediately. No. The whispers continued through the prison walls around us. Using our voices exactly. Tyler whispered, "How is that possible?" Then every prison light flickered once, twice, and somewhere far below us underground, a massive metal door slammed shut violently. Boom! The entire prison shook slightly. Dust drifted from ceilings overhead. Tyler pointed a flashlight toward an old stairwell descending underground nearby. Red, paint above it red. Cell block 9. And scratched directly beneath the sign in deep claw marks. Someone had written, "If you hear your name, don't answer." Marcus stared at the warning silently. Then a voice whispered directly behind him. "Marcus." Marcus spun around instantly. Nobody there, but his face turned completely pale. Because the voice sounded exactly like his mother, and she'd been dead for 11 years. Then the voice came again. Softer. Closer. "Marcus, baby." Lisa whispered urgently, "Don't listen to it." But somewhere deeper underground, something massive suddenly moved beneath the prison. And this time, all of us felt it. The concrete floor vibrated lightly under our boots. Not an earthquake. Footsteps. Huge footsteps. Thud, thud, thud. Slow. Heavy. Moving somewhere below cell block 9. Tyler whispered, "What the hell is under this place?" Then suddenly, every prison cell door around us slammed shut at the exact same time. Clang. The sound exploded to the prison like a gunshot, and all the whispering stopped instantly. Complete silence filled Blackstone again. Then from somewhere deep underground, a voice echoed upward through the stairwell. Not loud, but massive, ancient, hungry, new inmates. And all the lights inside the prison went out.